Imagine carrying a weight on your shoulders, a constant gnawing question that no one around you dares to ask out loud, not because it's obvious, but because it's dangerous. What if being the lead investor isn't always the most powerful role at the table? What if the real magic, the true game changer, is the venture partner who steps beyond their defined lane and becomes something more? The partner who becomes indispensable, not just a bit player waiting in the shadows of the lead. If that thought unsettles and excites you at the core, stay locked in, because this is about tearing apart old assumptions and grabbing onto something raw, real, and revolutionary. Every venture partner knows the feeling, the frustration of being on the sidelines of deals dominated by those with the biggest checkbooks and loudest voices. You see the startup's blood, sweat, and tears, and yet somehow your name gets lost when the glory is handed out. The lead investor writes the first check, controls the terms, and often becomes the face of success or failure. But beneath that surface lies a hidden truth, so stark, so overlooked, that it can flip the entire power dynamic. The lead investor alone does not always bring maximum value. Sometimes the venture partner who moves with quiet precision, relentless insight, and fierce commitment becomes the real force. The one who unlocks potential nobody else can reach. The one who turns good deals into legendary outcomes. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. The old structures are broken. The top-down, hierarchical way of thinking about venture capital is a cage, even for the lead investor. Big checks and early-stage bets grant you attention, but they don't guarantee impact. Deals fail not because of money, but because of the subtle, invisible work, the digging for brutal truths, the helping founder recalibrate when the pressure crushes them, the building of authentic networks before anyone else sees the promise. That's where the venture partner plays a role that can't be replicated, outmaneuvered, or overlooked. You, as a venture partner, might already feel it in your bones. You have the knowledge, the experience, the grit to shape outcomes. But how do you break free from the role of secondary? The key is not to compete with the lead investor for who controls the deal. It's to transcend the game entirely, to build a kind of value nobody else can touch, because it's born from relentless commitment, brutal honesty, and the courage to be unpopular. To become the one startup founders turn to when the pressure hits hardest. The one who not only provides capital support, but mirrors back the hard truths they need to hear before anyone else can. This means flipping your mindset. Stop thinking like someone who simply supports a deal. Think like the person who ensures that the deal never fails. That responsibility demands more than just diligence. It demands obsession with the founder's journey. Obsession with the smallest details of product market fit before everyone else notices. Obsession with shifting the founder's mindset away from surface level hype and onto hard, tangible progress. That's where the venture partner becomes more valuable than the lead investor, because money alone doesn't build companies, people do. And the people who build companies need more than money. They need fierce, unfiltered partnership. Here's a truth that will sting. Many lead investors see startups as portfolio pieces, numbers on a spreadsheet, potential exits in the future. But the venture partner who wants to be invaluable sees beyond that. They see the raw humanity beneath the cap tables, the founder's sleepless nights, the gut-wrenching decisions that aren't on any term sheet. This requires stepping out of the comfort zone. It requires ditching the scripted emails and catchphrases. It asks for something deeper, a brutal, unvarnished connection with the founder's true mission, fears, and hopes. It asks to become the voice of reality when everyone else is drowning in false optimism. Knowing all this isn't enough. To transform, the venture partner must master 3 critical moves that most simply overlook. First, become the founder's fiercest advocate in the boardroom and beyond, without gatekeeping or ego. This isn't about pushing your agenda. It's about representing the founder's vision with so much clarity and passion that the lead investor, the board, even the market can't ignore it. When others debate terms and choke the startup with bureaucracy, You relentlessly fight for the founder's long-term health. This makes you indispensable, the linchpin of every hard conversation. Second, build your network not as a loose Rolodex, but as a powerful living ecosystem of experts across every corner of the founder's challenges: technical, legal, marketing, culture. When a startup hits a wall, you already have the right person on speed dial. That speed, that precision in connecting dots, makes you a force multiplier. Suddenly, your value isn't just capital or advice, but the ability to move the entire company forward faster than competition, faster than hesitation, faster than despair. Third, obsess over timing like your life depends on it. The lead investor may set the pace for investment, but the venture partner sets the rhythm of impact. Knowing precisely when to push, when to pull back, when to raise alarms. This intuition comes from deep involvement and brutal honesty. Founders will value this trust like gold because it keeps them grounded, keeps them moving, and makes the impossible possible. When timing aligns just right, execution accelerates, valuation rises, and the startup becomes unstoppable. This path is neither simple nor comfortable. It will demand stepping out of structures that want to box you in. The system designed to reward capital overlooks relentless, patient, and courageous work. But the rare few who dare take this path, who build beyond money, who become essential in ways that no lead investor can simply buy, those are the ones who remake venture capital. Those are the ones who create new kinds of value and tap into what the market will pay huge premiums for: enduring, unshakable partnership. What's at stake here is more than a career move. It's a chance to shatter the myths that suffocate. The myth that only the biggest check defines value. The myth that investing is a zero-sum game with fixed roles. The myth that the world's old guard will hold the keys. The venture partner who refuses to blend in rewrites those laws on the fly. They create a new ecosystem, not by chasing headlines or ownership, but by delivering in ways that transform everything from the inside out. So here's the challenge. Dare to see yourself not as a side player, but as an essential catalyst. Dare to embrace discomfort, to be the unshakable force that founders rely on when all others fall away. Dare to build relationships so deep they can't be broken by market shifts or shallow valuations. Dare to own that your greatest power lies in what you do between the speeches, behind the spreadsheets, in the trenches when no one is watching. The world of venture is hungry, not just for money, but for partners who will be more than silent backers. It's calling for those willing to transcend old roles and become architects of what's next. When that happens, power rearranges itself. The lead investor no longer holds all the cards because the venture partner has become something greater, a rare, fierce, relentless force that changes the game for everyone. If this hits a nerve, if you feel that fire burning quietly inside, then you're already on the brink. The others might cling to comfort and rules, but you're the one ready to break them, shred the old playbook, and forge new reality. The question stops being about roles and starts being about impact. The impact only a handful in the world can create. This isn't just a job or an opportunity, it's a call to become unstoppable. There is no easy path, no shortcut, only the relentless work of mastering your craft, deepening your connection, and rewiring the rules of what it means to be a venture partner. When you come out the other side, you won't just be more valuable than the lead investor, you'll be indispensable in a way money alone can never buy. And that's the kind of power that no system, no market crash, and no changing trend can ever take away. Now is the moment to stop playing small, to stop settling for titles and roles that limit you, to step forward into a new kind of value, forged not by checks, but by commitment, courage, and connection. This is your move, the chance to rewrite venture capital forever, one founder, one deal, one unbreakable partnership at a time.